Welcome back, Riders of the Storm. I wanted to talk to you about the final episode of the Ghost Rider story arc in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And it was a little disappointing, I have to admit. There's a lot of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.-ness going on in this episode. I guess suppose there's a little less focus on Ghost Rider, even though kind of the centerpiece of the episode was Ghost Rider. I know that sounds weird, but he spent most of the episode stuck in this trap, facing off with Eli. Those scenes were very strong, do have to admit, with him getting like stabbed through, with whatever that stuff Eli was using. And meanwhile, we had some other things resolving themselves. What with Daisy being kind of a renegade now, she is joined back with the agency. And Jeffrey, we had thought Jeffrey was like in cahoots with the senator and secretly, a bad guy or a turncoat, and he reveals himself that he was kind of stuck. And I'll be honest, ever since his phone call that Fritz overheard, I've been pretty much like thinking that was the case. It did seem like the tone from his side of the conversation did sound like somebody who kind of was stuck in the situation they didn't want to be in. And it's funny it's funny because Fritz had the opposite thing, like, oh, he's secretly evil. I'm like, I know that happens every week on this show, but not this time, Fritz. I'm actually pretty relieved that him and Coulson were able to kind of like settle their relationship, and that was very, very, very much needed because I was getting a little old of all that kind of like bickering back and forth. Let's see. So at the end, I'm not very satisfied with the fact that Ghost Rider sort of kind of dies at the end, or at least sucked into some impenetrable void. Since he was been so popular and pretty much saved the show, did save the show this year. We can see the character back. There's no way they're gonna screw that up and not bring him back in some form, either in his own show, back on this show, maybe a Netflix show. I'd kill for like a Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider Netflix show. Bring back the Charger and bring him back. I don't care how. It's magic demon stuff. He pulled himself out. That's how it goes. And I really do like the way that Jeffrey is able to cover the situation, because Daisy pops up right in the middle of everything, and they're surrounded by reporters who kind of didn't think about the situation they were jumping into. This was somebody that they thought might have been super powerful and maybe a terrorist, and they kind of surround her. Like, guys, you really didn't think that through. Thank God she's not a bad guy like you possibly thought. But Jeffrey covers it up, and I love the fact that he takes that bargaining chip that the senator had against him. So, yeah, good. I have to say, even though I found this conclusion fairly disappointing, because there's just way too much, like, the usual kind of, like, whining and bickering, I have to say the Ghost Rider story I thought was pretty clean, and probably one of the better story arcs I've seen in this series, frankly. It didn't wander off too often. It didn't kind of get lost, which happens all the time in their story arcs. So this one was really solid. This episode also, I don't... Was Mac and Yo-Yo a thing? Did I miss something? Or was that a reveal in this episode? I felt like it was a reveal in this episode. And don't care. They're not. It's not a good couple. I was like, oh, thank God, Mac and Yo-Yo are a thing. That's great. Oh, badly written. Almost CW bad as far as relationship is concerned. Like, hey, they're bickering all the time. Must be in love. Oh, God, I'm over that. I've been over that since like 1995. So, I was super awesome with it this episode. Oh, let's see. I'm trying to think of anything else. Was there anything I'm forgetting? Oh yeah, Ada. And yeah, as we got a little bit of a reveal that Ada apparently was possibly affected by working with the Darkhold book, or maybe that kind of made her self-aware. And of course, American science fiction, if a robot becomes self-aware, it's obviously evil. We really do need to learn something from the Japanese in their science fiction. But that's always our go-to. Like, oh, robot evil, done. All right. Uh, and I guess she has plans of her own. She has her own little agenda going on, including like kidnapping May. And she has already replaced May with some sort of May droid. And that last scene between her and Coulson, kind of sharing that wine, makes me think of something. Now, I had been predicting that Fitz was going to mess up his relationship with Simmons and kind of make advances or get involved with Ada. What has happened with Ada is thankfully a different path than I thought that was going, but that is definitely where this Coulson Maydroid thing is going. They are going to get into a relationship, and he's going to hook up with this Maydroid, and it's going to be revealed that it's been a fake, and he kind of revealed all these feelings, and it's kind of going to have to start over, and she may or may not find out that he's hooking up with her doppelganger, and then we're going to have to start back at zero with this information now as an audience that, he totally digs her. That's my big prediction. Okay. I was close, but now I can see it, especially opening up that bottle of wine. It's like, yeah, you don't have to be Freud to figure that one out, folks. So, not too bad. I'm looking forward to Ghost Rider coming back. Let's see. I'm interested in this life model decoy story arc that they are now setting up. While the show isn't perfect, and it does have its moments of frustration, I do have to admit the season is far better than the first, 3 seasons or something like that. It does feel like they kind of got their groove in this Ghost Rider story arc. Now, let's hope they can keep that up with the next story arc, or maybe one of those things. Well, what did you, the viewers at home, think? You can leave a comment below, like, subscribe to Geekvolution, and follow us on Twitter, all that stuff. I don't know. Do what you want. I'll talk to you in, I think, January. That is the next episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the Life Model Decoy episode. So I'll be back then to talk to you about it. Until next time.